this video, we're reacting to your sports video edits. Hey, what's going on? My name is Peter Sarellas. I'm a videographer and editor from Toronto, Canada. I specialize in sports videography, and this is a recurring series we have on the channel where you submit your sports video edits to peterwatchmysportsvideo@gmail.com, and then we showcase them on this channel for all of the videographers and filmmakers and content creators in this sports videography community, so that we can all show off the great work of the people who are actually watching these videos, and we can all learn and become better filmmakers together. So if you want to have your video on the channel, submit it to peterwatchmysportsvideo@gmail.com. Now, full disclaimer, I actually did film this video last night and I forgot to turn on eye tracking autofocus. So the autofocus, the entire video is picking up this microphone and not my face, which is unfortunate to say the least, but I don't really think it makes a huge difference for this type of content, considering we're more so just watching the videos and listening to my audio rather than watching the video. And I honestly just can't genuinely react to content because that wouldn't be a reaction. So don't mind the autofocus. We're gonna roll with it for this video. Sorry. Enjoy. Let's do this video from Stephen McBrearty. Hi Peter, love your channel and videos. Here's a promo I did for my local Irish football team, which tells a story about the team and their fans using a poem and music. The poem is spoken by fans and players. All right, let's check this out.
A football pitch on Navanny Street.
An important place for all to meet.
Many make the journey from
Cool, I
far
like it. A
and
good
wide.
storytelling vibe.
To the home of Finn Harps, who play inside. On go the hats, scarves, gloves and coats. The butterflies begin as we warm our throats.
We parked the car and walked out the
Did you write the
streets.
poem? This
There are
is
lots of
interesting. I
familiar
kind of like it.
faces
It's a
to
different
greet.
type of
The
approach to a
drums,
video
the
like this.
songs, the cheers and shouts. The incredible passion is what Harps is about.
But it's still in the box. Boyd with the header, and Finn Harps score, and it's 2-2. But again, that's the spirit that we were talking about earlier.
The frustration
And hard luck and heartache is contradictory.
to the utter joy, pride, and elation of victory.
You also did a good job here of getting a bunch of people to do the same read of this poem, so you can cut back and forth between different voices. Hearing different voices saying it makes it much more engaging. And I also really like the rawness of like the phone viz that you're including. It just really shows it from a fan's perspective. It makes it feel like this is a video for the fans.
Where we in the Harps are really on our way.
Of course, nothing with Harps is easily earned.
Yeah, I love the phone viz mixed into the DSLR stuff. It is so good.
After every dark day, there is always a dawn. So, in football and in life, keep the faith, keep pushing on.
That was very cool. I really liked that. It was really good storytelling. I know we normally do a lot of hype videos on this channel, but a good storytelling piece is something I can definitely appreciate. I think that for these storytelling pieces, you don't necessarily need to have the very best looking, highest quality, pristine, like cinema type of footage all the time, because it's really more about just making people feel emotions. And if you're from that town and like that's your local team, I think that hearing people talk about it in that way and then showing like the clips of the players in the mud and the phone footage that's all shaky because a fan's holding it and they go crazy when their team scores, like that's awesome for really just getting your blood pumping if this is like where you live and this is the team that you follow. Yeah, and even just shots like this, like the kids holding hands and the little kids playing and the crowd, like it's not a big crowd obviously, but the crowd full, and then cutting from a full crowd to the players scoring and celebrating with the crowd. It really shows that this is like the community's team, showing the players being so real and then the fans like coming together for it and stuff like this. It just like, it really gives the whole video community vibe, and I could tell that this is like a local community team that people in that community really care about. So that was really nice. I do wish that we got into the action a little faster. I just feel like I was waiting a long time to see some game footage. We didn't get any until here, the 33-second mark, which is already a third of the way through the video. And this is obviously coming from the perspective of someone who isn't part of this community and doesn't already have a vested interest in this team. But as someone who is coming from that perspective, if it wasn't for this video series, I was kind of out around here, like the 16-second mark. I wanted like a clip of players doing something, just because this here, it's like, this doesn't really mean anything to me. I don't know what this is. Obviously this is an establishing shot of the Irish countryside, And now I'm going to see players standing around, but nothing really happening. And the first shot is of a stadium that's kind of empty, which tells me that it's maybe not a team that people are super interested in. And obviously, as the video goes on, I find out that this is a team that people are very interested in from fan shots like this. But if we opened up with something where the stadium was this full and then kind of brought me back to the start and then worked me back here, it would have done more to captivate me and keep me waiting for that climax than seeing the first shot of the game be this, where I'm not really seeing people in the stands and I'm not sold on this team mattering, essentially. So that's my perspective as an outsider. Obviously, if you're just going to appeal to fans who are already in the community, then you don't need to sell them on that. So that's a bit different. But yeah, I thought it was a cool storytelling piece, a really unique concept that I really enjoy. I haven't really seen many poems used as the main dialogue in songs, so that was interesting. And I appreciate you just pushing the envelope on it. So thank you for submitting. That was really nice. What do we have here? Will Stout. Hey, Peter, just want to say you've taught me so much and almost every skill in the video. LOL. This was edited using your HLG LUTs. Nice. That's the sports video LUT pack and filmed on my Sony A7C with my Tamron 70 to 180. Let me know what constructive criticism you have. Thanks. All right, let's do it. And it's on Instagram.
1, we can help you. 2, we can allow you to help yourself. And 3, we can have you replaced.
Hey, see, I really been popping my on a whole nother level. You playing against to the devil.
Oh, I like the whoosh sound effects. Yeah, I appreciate the sound design. That's nice. And the footage looks clean. That's a really nice ISO shot. I love that. Very cool. Yeah, you got really clean footage. You're doing a great job shooting this. And the audio from the player in celebration is really good. It has a whole other dimension to it. I know you don't have access to this, but man, videos like this are so much better if you have a commentator that you can cut to get like a call of the play. It's disappointing that you just don't have that type of stuff for high school, but when you can have a commentator talking, oh, it makes it so much better. Not to say that this isn't good by any stretch of the imagination. All right, very cool. So I think you did a really good job of, I know I said that you don't have commentary audio and that's disappointing, and obviously you don't for a high school game, but I think you did a really good job of, in lieu of that, getting good audio clips of the players speaking and finding some sort of audio you could put at the start to kind of create an intro for this entire thing to kind of like draw people in at the start. So I like that you really put some thought into the audio because it's something that goes missing a lot of the time, and you've like put your 2 cents in here. Your footage just looks really clean. Like you're shooting this well. You have a nice depth of field. You had like one shot of a player yelling and kind of flexing. He like centered in the middle of the screen. You also had like a good flow to your video. You definitely started off with those intro shots, people warming up, the slow-mo of guys like preparing for the game mentally and getting ready. And then you threw me into the action on the drop of the song, which is always a really nice way to edit. I do question why this video is edited and posted horizontally. It hit me right when I clicked on your link before I even started watching the video that I'm watching a horizontal video on a really small screen. A horizontal video on Instagram just isn't taking up that much space, and I don't see why this couldn't have been cropped vertically, because you definitely have the space around most of your shots to crop in and still keep everything that's essential in the frame. You did a good job with the effects. I liked how you incorporated some overlays at key moments. There was like one part where there was a guy running into the end zone and the overlays were like all over it, where I felt like it was a bit much because most of the video wasn't completely covered in overlays. And overall, I didn't think they looked bad. I think it's more so about just using overlays in the same capacity and consistently throughout, but it's like I'm really just nitpicking here because you asked for constructive criticism. No, overall I liked it. Obviously I'm gonna have to censor a lot of the swear words. But no, besides that, it was good, man. I really liked it. The film burns were cool. The footage looked great. I appreciate you using my LUTs. I'm happy they're working out for you. And I appreciate you submitting. All right, next up we got Tyler Calhoun. Hey Peter, I've been watching your videos for a while now and I love the content you post on YouTube. Currently I'm an intern for the Mizzou Athletics creative video department. That's awesome. And I'm looking to find a career in the sports industry after I graduate in May 2024. Cool. Here's a video I shot and edited for the Mizzou football program when they played LSU at home a few weeks back. I hope you enjoy the video and keep inspiring others to follow their passions. Best Tyler. Awesome, Tyler. I'd love to hear it. Let's check this thing out. Cool. Nice slow start.
Let's say that's the bad guy.
I like the text on the screen matching the music. It's also a great shot. Oh man, your footage looks so clean. Oh, that's cool. The old footage mixed in with the new stuff. I'm just waiting for a match cut now. Oh, great ball tracking. I wonder what tutorial you learned that from. Loving the stabilizing effects. And you have a lot of great ISO shots here. Very cool. I'm really happy that as you went through the video, you didn't use a lot of slow motion other than at the start and at the end. The slow-mo at the start was really nice for just building anticipation. But then when we got into the action, you just really threw me into it and gave me a lot of quick cuts really fast. You really went in on the stabilization effect and committed to that being the effect that you were going with in this video, and I like that. You also incorporated some old footage, which I thought was a really creative choice. I actually liked it. I thought it was really cool, and I think you can make some really awesome content by mixing old stuff with new stuff. And I'm not saying this was bad, because this was really good. Though I think that one way you could have made it more creative, if I may add a little bit of constructive criticism, is by trying to match cut some of the old stuff with the new stuff. For example, here you had this shot of cheerleaders from back in the day, and about 10 seconds later in the video, or 8 seconds later, you have a shot of this cheerleader in the current day wearing the exact same outfit. The first thing I thought was match cut those, cut from the old cheerleaders wearing that outfit to the current day cheerleader wearing that outfit, and it'll just make the transition that much more compelling. And you can do the same thing with players, obviously, but that was the most obvious example that I saw. And you did a great job of capturing the things around the game as well. Too often people will just show the game and not much else, but you had the marching band, and like you have shots of guys on the bench not with their helmets on, which is great for actually giving the players personality and selling them as characters that you care about. Clearly very thoughtful, and you showed us a full story from the players walking in, pre-game stuff, to playing the game, to the things happening around the game, to celebrating at the end of the game. It all made a lot of sense. It was all done really well, and I appreciate you submitting. I don't think that you're going to have any sort of problem finding a career in the industry after you graduate if you keep making stuff like this. All right, next up we got Benoit Soares, who is actually a member of the channel. So if you aren't a member of the channel and you want to get access to some exclusive polls and have more of a discourse with me on the direction of the channel, and also get access to videos a day early whenever I'm able to upload them before Sunday night, which is like about half the time, then you can go become a member on the channel by going to my channel page on your desktop for 99 cents a month. And that's a great way to support the channel if you're liking the content that you're seeing. But anyways, Benoit says, "Hey Peter, bonjour from France. Hope everything's going well with you. Just wanted to share my latest video project with you. I'm really proud of how it turned out, and it's a really cool women's first league basketball team. Cool. Unfortunately, it's unpaid work. Maybe I should move to the States where it's appreciated. But I'm hoping to change that in the future. I hope you can change that in the future as well. But hey, at least you're being passionate and getting out there. I think you'll really like what I put together. It's definitely my best work yet. Awesome. I love that. If you have a chance, you can check out the video and let me know what you think. Yes, we can. We're doing it right now. Of course, everybody's Instagram who submitted a video today is going to be linked down in the description. So if you like the videos you see, definitely go show everyone some love. Thanks so much, Peter. Excited to hear what you have to say about the video. Cordialement, Shubino Productions. All right, let's do it. I love that mascot. That's sick. Oh, I like that. Those like paper effects to start. That was nice. More stabilization. And, oh. Very consistent effects too. You've chosen that RGB effects are going to be the thing for this video, and you're using them on points of emphasis, and you're sticking with it. And I like that. With the paper stuff mixed in every once in a while. I'm taking your king and I leave him broken. If I am in second, it's after no one. Just give me a second to let him know I'm the gun. If I am in second, it's after no one. Just give me a second to let him know I'm the headline, the deadline. I'm a head time, the rare kind. I'm a living legend, lethal weapon, master minor. Nice. Right on the beat hit too. Love it. That was a lot of fun. I loved it. You did a really good job off the top, giving me a lot of establishing shots and setting the scene. So I got the players here. I'm assuming this is pregame. The mascot, who I love, by the way. I think this is a super creative mascot. I don't know who this is, but I'm assuming it's somebody important who everyone who's watching this video would know, or else why would you be showing this to me? And they have like a satchel or whatever across, so they must be important. And you've given me like some slow-mo shots to kind of set the scene, players focusing on the bench, the MC, and then after only 10 seconds, which isn't that long, so I'm still here, you draw me with a good big beat drop and those like flashing paper effects and the RGB stuff and throw me right into the action, which is great because I was definitely still in it. And then you keep the action going here for about like 20-30 seconds. Fast cuts, you add a stabilization effect in there, which is pretty cool. Good stuff. I was really engaged by it. And then you slowed me down right here at the 33-second mark. And I was expecting, honestly, this slower part to maybe slow down for about 10 seconds, like how you had 10 seconds of slow build-up stuff at the start, and then throw me back in the action to finish the video. And I was just kind of waiting for that. And I never really got the payoff. It just kind of stayed slow for the rest of the video. And then on the final beat drop, I got that. And then I thought you were going to throw me back in the action for 10 more seconds and give me some more stuff. And I didn't get it, which was a little disappointing because I know you can edit action well. You did it for about 30 seconds from the 9-second mark to the 40-second mark. And I wanted you to kind of like keep things slow. And then around like the 45-second mark, give me 10-15 more seconds of good action and then end the video before the 1 minute mark. This is really good. Your footage looks really great and you know how to edit. And I was genuinely engaged the whole time. But I just finished that video and felt like something was missing. Like this shot here of this mascot, I don't need a slow-mo shot of the mascot dancing on the court from the 45-second mark to the 50-second mark. It's a little bit long for me to look at this. What I'm trying to say here in a very long-winded way is I was craving more action. You did a good job of giving me action and I wanted more of it. You did this a couple times where we get like an action, made shot, and a reaction from the crowd. I mentioned this in a video I did recently breaking down one of my own edits, which you can watch up here. But when you give me like an action and then a reaction, and the pace of your edit is like action, reaction, action, reaction, reaction, action, reaction, if that makes sense. Anyways, all that said, man, I think you did a great job here. Like the way you edited the action is great. I appreciate you submitting this. And like, it's nice that you're also showing off a really cool women's league. The action just looks really fun. And yeah, man, keep this up. And I think that you'll be able to get paid. You should be good. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to get your video featured on the channel next time, then you can submit it to peterwatchmysportsvideo@gmail.com. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel because I post videography and video editing tips and tutorial videos similar to this one on a regular basis and would love to have you around for that. If you have any questions about any of the stuff we talked about today, go drop it down in the comment section and definitely make sure to show everyone who submitted today some love. All our Instagrams are going to be linked in the description. So go comment, follow, all that stuff on their pages. And yeah, that's going to be it for today. So until next time, peace.